After 5 days, we now say goodbye to Romania and head south to Bulgaria. Unlike most European Union member countries, I still need to go through passport inspection at the border. We made it to Bulgaria. Okay, I'm in Bulgaria, so again I have to withdraw the local currency. They actually call it the leb. I have here 50 and 10 and 5 and I got a few coins. $1 is equal to about 1.83 leb. So I'm gonna use it in the 3 days I'm gonna be here in Bulgaria. The village of Arbanasi, one of Bulgaria's most attractive settlements, is located on a high plateau 4 kilometers northeast of Veliko Tarnovo. Traditional architectural styles are maintained throughout the village, and fortified houses from the 17th century are well preserved and open to the public as museums.
Looks like it doesn't have the typical architecture. Building.
It does have the icon.
And it says it had to be fairly low. It had to be.
7 Orthodox Christian churches were constructed in town from the mid-14th century to the late 18th century. The most prominent among them is the Besporic Nativity Church. The mural decorations of the church are made of icons that were painted by hand with exceptional precision. All the walls of over 2,000 square meters were covered in icons, presenting topics from the Old and New Testaments. Thus, the walls represent lifestyles corresponding to the recommendations of the church.
Famous Wheel of Life. It is the first place in a church in Bulgaria where it appeared. Again, we're talking about the middle of the 17th century. 4 elements of nature, earth, wind, fire and water, and the 4 people depict the 4 seasons. You're absolutely right. Few are the sides that are like this one. This church is originally from the 17th century. Now we'll go to a house that is originally from the 17th century.
Many houses in the area are examples of the unique styles of architecture in the village of Arbanasi, a house fortress surrounded by high stone walls. The Constance Salivas house was built at the end of the 17th century and was reconstructed several times. It is an ethnographic museum nowadays. The exposition represents the way of life of the wealthy merchants in the 16th to 17th centuries.
It's very typical for the Balkan Mountain area. Winter guest room. Winter because of the heating device, which will provide heat for the cold winter months. Warm, but not that hot. They were using this as part of the technology, part of the process for making, give birth to a number of children. Whenever possible, not in every house of course, but keep in mind that this house was owned by
Tsarevets is a medieval stronghold located on a hill with the same name in Veliko Tarnovo. It is located 206 meters above sea level and serves as the Second Bulgarian Empire's primary fortress between 1185 and 1393. The complex is surrounded by thick walls up to 3.6 meters and was served by 3 gates. It houses the royal and patriarchal palaces and is also a popular tourist attraction.
The execution rock for which patriarchs were thrown, including one of the patriarchs.
Baldwin's Tower, built in 1930, is a reconstruction of an original medieval tower where Latin Emperor Baldwin I of Constantinople found his death as a prisoner. The Patriarchal Cathedral of the Holy Ascension of the Lord was the seat of the Bulgarian Patriarch from its construction in the 11th to 12th century to its destruction in 1393. The interior features paintings of striking modern styles rather than that of traditional Orthodox designs, depicting conventional Christian subjects as well as glorious and tragic moments of the Second Bulgarian Empire. Though not active as a Christian place of worship, it has been open for visitors since 1985. Standing on top of a late Roman church, the cathedral, reconstructed in the 1970s and 1980s, follows a cross-dome plan with a bell tower. The old part of town of Veliko Tarnovo, especially Gurka Street, is very picturesque, with cobblestones lined up with shops, cafes, and restaurants. It is a busy part of town with both local and international tourists. The Asen Dynasty monument is dedicated to the family that led the bloody rebellion against the Byzantine Empire in 1186. The Asen rulers declared Veliko Tarnovo as Bulgaria's capital, and the monument marks 800 years since the declaration. The statue depicts the first 4 Asen rulers, Ivan, Peter, Kaloyan, and Asen II. Each Tsar places a sword on a horse reared up on his hind legs. They circle a huge sword pointing up to the sky. That's the hotel I'm staying at, the Yantra Grand Hotel in Veliko, Bulgaria.
Is the so-called the Holy Wood of Sveta Gora, with the statue of the last Bulgarian patriarch.
This is my room at the Yantra Grand Hotel. As you can see, it's got a nice view of the church and the walls. It also has a nice view of the rocky hills, some of the residences and hotels, as well as the river and a highway. Well, on the bed, Bathroom. TV, which I haven't tried yet. Pretty nice room.